You know, in Men in Black, when that guy unzips himself and it's a little alien controlling him, I used to swear one of those was in him. Like, he's out of this world strange. No one can even hold a candle.
The main thing I think about is he ran an Instagram account called #1 Water Fan, and he'd write reviews that were always 1 out of 1 because it was water.
We were at a mountain weekend in college, and I just saw him walking around at night with his hand covered in peanut butter.
I don't even know if you would call it a prank. He really just took all of the peanut butter he could find from any of the houses and put it all over this guy's car.
And he tried to play it off as like, it wasn't me, you can't prove it. And then there's a picture of him just hand covered in peanut butter, and we're like, yeah, we think it might have been you.
He's athletic, right? He can play basketball, but they called him one eye because he would shoot with one eye. Well, when he was in Brazil, he made the college team. We don't know how he made the team.
He was 5'10", and he was the tallest one on the team. And there were 2 girls on the team, too.
I mean, that's the stuff he did. And then he's sending these pictures back to America to all of us, like, look, I'm now a college athlete. We're like, oh my God, how did you get on a college basketball team? But he did.
He was zestful, loved to travel. You know, anything that could expand his brain, expand his knowledge, he was gonna do it. He loved to read. He was the type of guy that wanted the most out of life that he could get, you know, travel to all the cool places.
In the international travel, it was 3 semesters in 3 different countries, and all the people from those countries that were with Jack still keep in touch with us and have done things for like run marathons or climbed Mount Kilimanjaro all over the place. Different people we've never met that were really close to Jack and inspired by him.
You know, in his own weird way, his passing has kind of served as, you know, the pole that everyone kind of gravitates towards and stays together, which is something that I appreciate. And that was really the last gift he left with us.
He had a really, really great perspective on the world. Really, really often, I do find myself thinking, what would Jack do in this situation? I think about him all the time, and I really do try to emulate him all the time.
It's made me cherish the time I have with my friends that I still have around a lot more. And after losing him, you know, we all realized you never know when we're gonna lose one person or another. And so we need to cherish the time that we have together.
Most people think like a tiny little sibling would just be annoying, and he spent a lot of time with me, and that meant a lot to me. He taught me how to play Madden, and we'd play that a lot. And we'd play other video games down there a lot. And like he'd throw the football to me and stuff. And it just meant a lot.
The importance of checking in with your friends is something that he really instilled in me, and it's something that since his passing, I've really tried to make a strong effort in, you know, keeping the conversation alive. His emphasis on keeping your friends close is always something that's gonna stick with me.
We keep in touch with a lot of his friends, and I think the biggest thing is they realize that if something like this could happen to Jack, it could happen to anyone. So I think that's the biggest influence now, is them remembering that.
I think mainly in the people who knew him really well, it's just always a risk that they know that can happen, and that can help them evaluate and make decisions better. And learning his story, especially the parents and younger kids going off to college, just learn that that's a risk and something you should try to avoid.
I just think it's so important for people to understand, especially kids in college or even younger or even older, that you can't try anything anymore. It doesn't discriminate. If it can take the smartest, wittiest, funniest guy with the biggest future, it can take someone else. And I just want everyone to know that, and I want everyone to take it seriously and say no so that they don't lose their Jack.